What we also know, and what is equally frustrating, is that there are people out there, sometimes standing right there, and not only not attempting to stop this behavior, but also being very uncooperative in helping us hold these cowardly criminals accountable. In order to be truly successful in the fight against crime, we all have to work together. We are asking residents, friends, family members, neighbors, and all Baltimoreans to come together to help us solve cases and bring justice to our community. It will require people who are out there standing right there when crimes are committed to help us hold those people accountable. Because if nothing changes, then nothing changes. That being said, the department currently has a homicide clearance rate of 44.7%. That's up a little bit versus the same time last year where we were only at 34.2%. Non-fatal shooting clearance rates at 22.9. That's slightly down from this time last year when we were at 29.2. The Baltimore Police Department continues to serve warrants for violent offenders and is making homicide and attempted murder arrests every week. In February alone, so far, we have made 510 arrests, including 11 homicide arrests. Over the past weekend, we've made 52 arrests, including 1 homicide arrest, 3 robberies, 22 aggravated assaults, 3 burglaries, and 3 stolen auto arrests, among others. And including these arrests are people who we know are contributing to the culture of violence in our city. Just this past week, 7-day period, we've made 35 gun arrests, but we've made 174 gun arrests this year alone. This weekend, there were 4 robbery warrants served, 3 handgun warrants served. We served a total of 45 total warrants, and then we issued 58 warrants. In February alone, we've served 280 warrants, including 2 murder warrants, 5 attempted murder warrants. The Baltimore Police Department continues to need the help of the community to get violent offenders off the streets. We've made now warrant arrests for Marquis Henry Jr. for attempted murder and rape. The 20-year-old is wanted for 2 separate incidents of domestic-related attempted murder, as well as the rape of a 13-year-old girl. On December 20th, the suspect brutally stabbed a 21-year-old woman 14 times in the 3700 block of Cottage Avenue. And then a 3rd warrant is being obtained for a February 10th attempted murder. The detective is actually at the court commissioner's office as we speak. That incident occurred in the 100 block of St. Paul Street. Once again, we wanted you to know that your police department is aggressively pursuing violent offenders, and I want to commend our police officers for their dedication and for the work they do to make Baltimore a safer city. So thank you, and I think that this time we'll take a few questions. Amanda?
We're going to take 1 from each outlet. We'll just go in order. We'll start over here on this side. Okay, next. You have a question?
What prompted us to make the arrest, or was it the growing amount of publicity to do something about crime?
Well, we wanted you to know that we're doing something about it. We had a crime over the weekend. There's been crime over the week. There have been a number of incidents, and this is our due diligence to let the people of Baltimore know that we're not just sitting idly or standing by. We're relentlessly pursuing violent offenders who commit violence in our city every day. It goes nonstop. Thank you. Well, let me tell you, we share that concern. We share that concern, but there has not been an update in the motive. We laid out that one of the individuals provided information and confessed to the 2nd murder committed after Officer Holly's murder, but we still don't have a motive yet, other than the fact that we know that it happened and they were responsible for it, but not yet the answers to the questions why.
Is there going to be any nexus between yesterday's killings in Brooklyn on Poteet Street and Hanover?
Investigators are working to ascertain if that may be the case. I can't speak to it at this moment, but it's certainly something we are pursuing to answer that question for ourselves.
Yeah, that actually was the question I was gonna ask, but, are you guys planning on identifying the 16-year-old, or has that been done?
I don't know that that's been done yet, but we have that information. I don't know that we're going to be releasing that. All right? All right?
Commissioner, can you provide any update on the Southeast District shooting? The woman, I think she was shot bleeding at a stop, on East Van Street. Sounds like you're
Detectives are actively working on that case. I don't have an update for you about any persons of interest or any motives. What we can say is that those are one of the cases that detectives are working on right now to find who's responsible for it, because once again, as you can hear in my voice, people are standing right there. They're seeing it happen, and not only are they not trying to stop it, but they're not cooperating with us to help us hold people accountable when it is the very people asking us to hold people accountable. All right? We do not believe she was a target. All right? Yes.
In regards to your appearance on YouTube last night, there were some people that thought it might be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Do you have any thoughts about that?
My only thoughts were my wife, who has a Monday night online show, invited me on Valentine's night to talk about the keys to a successful 30-year marriage. We approached 30 years, our 30-year anniversary in just a few days. And what better time than on Valentine's Day to talk about love, relationships, and what are the keys to a successful marriage, and who among us would say no to our spouse? Thank you.